Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Floyd. And I know you loved Chris and Anna's presentation. They're some of our good buddies. Coming from Franklin County, you would take Shooting Creek up the mountain up to Floyd. And there's a lot of moonshine and musical history on Shooting Creek, which is an amazing, beautiful, twisty road that brings you to Floyd. There's actually an old time tune called Shooting Creek that we play here a lot and teach a lot. But let me just tell you a little bit about the history of Floyd. As Chris and Anna mentioned, when people settled here, they were, making their own living and making their own liquor and making their own music. And two of the instruments that would have made up the music around Floyd would be the banjo, which comes from Africa, and the fiddle, which comes from Europe. And really early on, those were the main two instruments. And so we're going to get to some music here in a minute and some dancing, because what people would have done back in the day is they would have played a lot of, worked hard all day, and then at the end of the day, they'd get together and celebrate and play music and dance and drink a little moonshine. So at the Floyd Country Store on Friday night, which is today, we would normally be ready to greet hundreds of people coming from all around the world to join us in this celebration, which has been happening for centuries. But right here at the Floyd Country Store, it really sort of, started around the late 70s, early 80s. And it started with this event called the Friday Night Jamboree. And normally what you would see if you could come here on an evening like tonight is you would see hundreds of people here in the store up on the dance floor, flat foot and clogging, which we'll show you a little bit of that here in a minute. And then you'd also see people playing music all over the streets outside. It's like a little festival in Floyd every Friday night, and Saturday and Sunday as well. So our weekends have really sort of blossomed into this really wonderful celebration of old time music and good food and fellowship. So we're sorry that we can't do that right now, but you're seeing some pictures from early on in the Jamboree's history, where you see people sitting down and then you have the dance floor there. So that's still what's happening here 35 years later. We just celebrated the 35th anniversary. And this store, this building, has always been sort of anchored here in the heart of downtown Floyd, which is a one stoplight town. There's only 500 people that live here, and only about 15,000 in the county. So it's a pretty small community. So we have the tourism and people coming here to support and check out this music is really, really changed the way Floyd, we've adopted a creative economy, and it's really been working. Here you see pictures of our candy barrels. So it is still an old country store with penny candy and housewares and soaps and salves and clothing and toys and all kinds of good stuff, musical instruments. So it really has a wonderful history, a wonderful vibe. There's people, like I said, that come from all over. We've got great food at our cafe, and we've just launched our soda fountain. You can see the kids there enjoying themselves. Again, we're missing everybody and hoping we get back to y'all being able to come in person, because it's really wonderful. So what I'd like to do, and yeah, here's a picture of the people out on the street. I love this picture because you have the state trooper and you have the woman in the tie-dye and every other kind of person, just rolling around, and everyone comes together and really has a good time celebrating this music. So we have a lot of fun and hope y'all can come visit us sometime. The other thing we do is the Handmade Music School, which is we do our part to sort of teach the music of the region. So there's a lot we're doing with that. And we've just recently gotten a grant from the Virginia Humanities to do a lot of work on the music from Floyd, Franklin, where Chris and Anna are from, Patrick and Carroll counties. And we're going to dig deep into the history of the music, and you'll see an interactive website with lots of history and clips and really interesting content that'll be able to be accessible by anyone all over the world. And in COVID times, we've launched this Handmade at Home series, which any of you can sign on to, teaching this music right in your living room. So you can learn how to dance, play the fiddle, sing, play guitar, mandolin, whatever. And so that's been really successful. We've been reaching people all over the world, which normally we'd be trying to get them here. So there's a lot about COVID that has actually expanded the way we think about things, and it's pretty exciting. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to introduce my friends Ash Watkins and Andrew Small right behind us, and then also Gina Dilge is going to show you a little bit of dancing. I'm going to sort of move out of the way and let them take it away. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to let Gina show y'all a little flat footing lesson, and then we'll play another tune and let y'all try it at home or from your office or wherever you are. So here we go.
Ready? Yeah. All right. Here's Gina Dilge. I'm a fiddler, and I would often teach dance lessons to groups of about 20 people here at the store, around that. So one of the I'm gonna catch my breath here for a second. Some of the best like footwear if you're at home, if you're not barefoot, although you could probably do this barefoot and be okay. But I like to have kind of slick bottom shoes, a good heel, kind of a slidey floor. So anyone can do these kind of steps. This will be a little bit of a take on a clogging basic. So I do a mix of flat footing, clogging, buck dancing. Those are kind of all styles that you find in our region. So I'm going to start with my right foot, and I'm going to focus on the heel here and give a kick. So you're sweeping it forward with your weight on your left foot. So kick, step. We'll try that again. Kick, step. And you do the same thing on the other foot. Kick, step. So good start is just kicking and stepping. Right, step, left, step. And even just walking in place to a beat is a good start if you just need to get connected to the music. So what we can add to that, our little kick step here, is kick, step on the right foot, put your weight forward a little bit, step back on your left ball of your foot, then rock forward again. So that looks kick, step, rock, step. Do it again, kick, step, rock, step, and then you do it on the other foot. Kick, step, rock, step. and keep switching. Show you a different angle. Rock, step, kick, step, rock, step. From if you're looking this way, kick, step, rock, step, kick, step, rock, step. That's a great way to get started, and you can just speed that up a little bit. So Andrew asked, do you want to play a little something?
Yeah. Do you need this?
I don't need that.
Okay.
So we can practice now that you're all masters of this step. We'll do a little practice on that. Let's start that kind of at that slow speed, and then we'll speed up and you can freestyle a little bit more. Does that sound good?
So, are you gonna speed us up, or we're just gonna do an excerpt?
Let's do like twice through slow, and then we'll go from there at about the same speed we started with.
Okay. Let's do the slow one on the same tune as before. So, like, let's do. Yeah.
Just 3 times through.
All right.
Fine.
All right. So that's what you'd see on a Friday night here at the Floyd Country Store. but you'd see dozens and dozens of people on the dance floor and hundreds more people dancing out on the streets. Kids, 2 years old, 90-year-olds, all on the same dance floor. Really wonderful scene, and I hope y'all can come visit sometime. And thank you so much for listening to us. And thanks to Andrew and Ash and Gina Dilge. Yep.